We. So this was a big one. So
That's what she said.
So there are rumors and talks are buzzing that exclusives are back on the menu for Xbox. The new CEO want to shake things up and making a little bit of too big of promises already. You have Jez Corden, a person of interest, has suggested that Xbox is going back to true exclusives in the vein of how PlayStation has recently changed course with their games going to PC. But a well-known, reputable insider, quote unquote, Sneakers SO, says those discussions are always happening in some form and fashion at Xbox, but hear him out. He says it is never coming back.
Mm.
People are forgetting Xbox parent company Microsoft and its CEO Satya Nadella is the one who made the decision for games to be everywhere. He has publicly spoken and stands firm he does not like the ideas of exclusives or their product being limited to a certain audience. Also, behind the scenes talks have revealed that Microsoft have even backed off some pressure of Xbox games performing slash profit margins since Xbox game sales on PlayStation and PC as such, bringing in more revenue and taking some slack off of Xbox games performing on Xbox. On the Twitter space, a lot of people are throwing out a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas, a lot of high end, oof. I'm gonna take it back for a second. I have a few key points I'm gonna get through here on why I believe this is not the best move, and if so, what it would mean for Xbox. Point one, to go back to true exclusivity, two things need to happen. One, take PC out of the equation, and that's not happened. Two console generations, Xbox has been heavily invested in Xbox games on PC for far too long, and PC is a lucrative market for them. So much so, Game Pass has its own tier for the damn platform. Number two, Game Pass itself would need to either go away or be heavily modified to the point it's pointless to have anymore. On the Xbox platform, most gamers don't buy Microsoft Studio games. That's first party, by the way. I don't blame them. I mean, why would you? They're offered day one on the Xbox platform if you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber. That's the highest tier. $30 a month. So if you're getting it as part of a subscription, why buy it fully? Especially if you're a hardcore gamer and can clear a game in a weekend or a couple of weeks and move on to the next. Last piece, money. Why Microsoft won't do this. Forza 5 has sold 5+ million copies on PlayStation and brought in 300+ million additional dollars for Xbox, past what it performed when it originally released on Xbox and PC. Other games they've shifted over had similar success on PlayStation. Not all. Looking at you, Starfield. All that money goes away if they go back to true exclusivity again. And Microsoft demands ROI on all that spending Xbox did up to this point. And with the current landscape of Game Pass, that's just not happening. Microsoft has even let it be known they don't believe in console slash PC gamers. Gamers are just gamers to them, and they want their games everywhere for everyone to cover as much ground to make as much money as possible. They are now a publisher that bought two giant publishers, i.e., Bethesda and Activision Blizzard. Games such as Call of Duty will never succeed confined to a single platform. It is not in Microsoft's nor Xbox's best interest for quote unquote true exclusivity. They should continue the course how they are with pumping as much to everywhere as much. Whew. I know that was a little bit of a mouthful. Trace, what you got?
Yeah, I think people have run rampant because like I said in another video, at the beginning of the morning, I was at work, I was on Twitter. Yeah. I was on Twitter and like 8 o'clock that morning, they was like, "Oh, the new CEO she's bringing up and talking about exclusive and what they should do moving forward." And by lunchtime, people were saying, "Oh, it's confirmed Xbox is bringing back exclusive." I'm like, no, that's not. It started off with the CEO talking about exclusive. She's never said nothing about confirming. Now, there's nothing wrong. I feel like it's smart. They need to discuss things, at Xbox. They just had some leadership changes. They're really trying to revamp the reputation of Xbox in this new generation. But honestly, let's be realistic. For them to even if they're thinking about exclusive now, we're not gonna see those exclusive for 5+ years. That's I mean, at best, you might get a game development 4.5 years, but realistic, we're seeing 5, 6, 7. So, and we're talking about that would be have to be new IP because they already got contracts in place with PlayStation. Those are already signed. The ink is already dry. They can't renege on anything they've already promised PlayStation. Why? Because PlayStation probably paid them a pretty penny to bring those franchises to their platform. So there is no reneging on that. So I think what she's really going and this is just my guess. What she's talking about and probably talking about to adjust for exclusives is timed. How much time exclusives they're going to do going forward. Maybe they'll increase. Hey, maybe Starfield will come to the PlayStation, but it'll be 5 years later, not two or whatever it was. So, something like that. I don't think they're going to just go full on. We're not going to put anything on PlayStation platform. Why? Like you said, money. It's a lot. It costs a lot of money, quote unquote, to make these games that's in development for 7+ years. I know Microsoft has invested in AI that's supposed to take out the bloat and really cut down the development time. But I mean, that's something that we'll have to see if it actually pays off. We can't really take that and run like, oh yeah, games are going to go from 7 years to now 3. Uh, you're gonna have to prove it to me before I believe that. But I think realistically, they're talking about time exclusives. And honestly, I think they might readjust A1 Game Pass type situations, because the Game Pass is getting everything is getting evaluated at Xbox. But realistically, if they decide to take today, hey, we want exclusives, we ain't gonna see them for multiple years. I mean, let's say they do have something that's been in the pipeline for 3+ years. We still got 3 years to go. Maybe that will line up with the launch. No, because they talking about the next Xbox generation is supposed to come out next year. No, I don't believe it. Like I said, but Xbox is in the phase for me, baby. You gonna have to show me for me to believe any of this talk because they just talking right now. They doing a lot of talking. They doing a lot of talking. But realistically, a lot of this talk ain't gonna really we ain't gonna see the benefit for years, multiple years. Like years. Like when I say years, I mean years. So I think what she's talking about is time exclusives. How much time exclusives can they stretch it out? Can they make it longer? Make Xbox fans feel like they getting the value and really giving them a reason to buy a Xbox, you know. But hey, that's my opinion. It
And I
sounds
don't
good
see
though.
it does. It does, and
Sounds
I do understand and agree. I can see them taking a more timed exclusivity route with some of their games. I'm trying to remember what the game was. It was the Louisiana game with the black girl. Can't remember the name of it.
what?
Yeah,
The
there
pla
was South. I'm sorry, South by Midnight. It
Okay,
was
yeah.
Louisiana.
Let's clean
Yeah,
that up.
yeah, South
God
by
damn.
Midnight was a game that came out and it did not go instantly to PlayStation. It was a timed exclusive, and I think it just came there recently now. Even Forza Horizon 6, the long awaited Japanese racing game for Forza, they said that will not be day and date. It will come to Xbox first, and then they'll send to PlayStation. They are picking and choosing when and how to do this. So it's not absurd for them to probably piecemeal and do more of that. But absolutely, I can see that. But the days are long gone of true exclusivity. Halo and Gears are coming to PlayStation. Halo Campaign Remake, PlayStation. Gears of
Yeah.
War Reloaded, PlayStation. I'm pretty sure in the Gears of War E-Day, PlayStation. The train, it's not only in motion, it has left the station. It is gone. It is full speed ahead. For them to try to pull this back, you probably wouldn't see the fruition of this for at least maybe what, half a
Years.
decade.
Yeah, years.
Years. Even Asha Sharma could not stop this because little do we know, as my cousin stated, PlayStation's probably already coughed up some money onto this.
That
And this
contract
benefits
signed.
both. Microsoft is getting paid by Sony on this, and then Sony is taking a 30% cut of each game sale. Everyone is making money off of everyone. We are in hard times, people here. Even though Microsoft makes hand over fist money, you think they don't want more money? These corporations need the needle to continuously fluctuate. So,
Mhm.
hey, I understand it. I understand that
I'm
some people feel the nostalgia. Xbox should have its own thing. Nintendo and PlayStation, they do exclusive. Hey, that's how they do it.
But honestly, I mean, we've had reports come out saying Sony is not making money, a lot of money off their exclusives. So do we really want Xbox to be in the same situation? Like, I mean, Xbox is already in this dangerous relationship with their parent company, where their parent company was like, "You're blowing too much money. The money we spent on the studios, they are pissed. They overpay for damn near all the studios. Activision, Bethesda, like all them studios were overpaid for. It made no sense. Like, so honestly, can Xbox even afford to be in a similar situation? A PlayStation where they're saying they're not making really real any real money off their exclusive. And it's really we have reports saying that Xbox is really has the bigger margins because why? You can play that bitch everywhere on your TV, on your PC, on your Xbox, on your PlayStation. So I don't even know honestly if Xbox and Microsoft can even afford to do that. If we really want to discuss the business of gaming right now, like you said, I don't even know if they can afford to do that. Hard
Yeah,
times, people.
hard times, and they're getting harder. But once again, you think Infamous just being an old man, reminiscent of the old days, not thinking of the bigger picture? Drop those thoughts, comments down below. Share. Let us know. Join in on the conversation. How you really feel. Tell me, like Infamous, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Gears belong on the Xbox. Hey, everything has its time, and
Yeah,
Xbox had it.
yeah.
But hey,
We ain't never going back to the 360 day, people. Let it go. I had to let it go. We just got to move past that.
times have changed. But we will continue to move on. And that is a wrap. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks for listening. And always, hope you enjoyed the show. Share, like, and subscribe. And remember to game on.
Peace.